to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride barbecue chicken and ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on, savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats.
KNML, the sports animal. Now it's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Now, these are those Fridays you love if you can get out. It's going to be, I don't know, high 70s, low 80s, low wind, had some rain recently, kind of epic. Get a tea time, boys and girls. What's up? It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. SanDiegoGolf.com is where you can go. PGA Tour is in Charlotte. Quail Hollow is where they are. Truist Championship this week. Matt McCarty is your leader after one round. He shot -8. Sungjae Im is a couple of strokes back at -7. So this time of week where we get to talk some golf, check in with our good friend who is the director of golf at the Sandia Golf Club. He is Nick Nee. Good morning, sir. How you living?
We're living well, man. You could not be more correct on the weather, what we got. If you look at the next 7 days of a forecast, you better get out and play some golf. And I really hope and urge you and encourage you to come to San Diego Golf Club because it's remarkable. The next 7 days, we got some great golf weather.
What better way? I mean, Mother's Day, take her out for a little brunch and get her out there for 18 holes. I mean, she'll love you, right?
Couple Bloody Marys, we got you.
Hey, I was out at UNM golf event yesterday. Saw some former UNM golfers out there, and Jay Carrington was on yesterday. I know you follow this quite a bit, but the UNM golf team finished runner-up at the Mountain West Championship. I was trying to have Jake explain what it means to come from 8 strokes back and from 5th place to 1st to shoot 20 under as a team. And they lose in a playoff finish runner-up and get a 4 seed. But you've watched that program for so many years. I know you know almost all of those guys. Try to explain to someone. I think that has been historically the best, most consistent program at UNM over the years is men's golf. And what they did again this year, and they're in a position to get back to nationals again.
1,000%. Ben and I text Coach Harrington after they lost in the playoff, obviously not the result you want, but the way that they played down the stretch, it was unbelievable to watch it, to track it. Fortunate to have the Lobos out here, do some qualifying, so gotten to know the players. But you're 1,000% correct. We joke that UNM's a golf school, but it's a lot of credit to a lot of people that put in work. You got Coach Glenn Milliken that was here, Sean Carlin, who played for him, that was an assistant. You bring in Coach Harrington, who has Sam Saunders as an assistant. What they've done with him taking the lead as the coach there for the men's program. And then what he has now, and he's brought in a remarkable assistant from Nashville that's a great guy that they align to make sure that their players play the best in the biggest events, and especially down the stretch. And truly unbelievable 7 straight regional tournaments that they're attending. It's unbelievable, and we wish them nothing but the best. We are, even though I'm an Aggie on the inside, I'm a Lobo golf fan and wish them nothing but the best. And I hope people support them because it is one of the most successful programs at the University of New Mexico.
I think the stat is there's 12 schools in America that have been to 3 straight national championships. They're one of them and the only non-power school, which shows what he's doing. And he was saying, I just truly love it. Like, why can't this be an Arizona State kind of a job? He wants to be here. His family loves it. And he's got international students and guys, and he tells them when they come over, he says, don't look up Albuquerque. Don't research on the internet. He says, because that's not what Albuquerque's like. He says, I get them here, and the place sells itself. And with all the crap we hear about the place that we all live, he brings them here, and he says, the beauty of this place, the people sells it, which is something that maybe people don't expect to hear.
You're 100% correct. If you Google it, you look up all the poor metrics that the Albuquerque Metro has, he's correct. But, he's brought in the recruits out. We've gotten to meet some international talent. He's really in tune with the local talent and making sure that his coaches get out and at least see what's there, which is huge. But what we tell them, when they're here and we get a chance to speak to them and try and help Jake on his recruiting efforts is, regardless of the city, look at the man you get in Jake Harrington, look at the coaching you get. They have remarkable practice facilities for what they're given over there at UNM South. That's why you come here, and that's why people have bought into what he's selling and have bought into the culture of men's golf at the University of New Mexico. And the stats are showing it. You read them off. And he's done a great job, and it's a credit to who he is as a coach, who he is as a leader, and how he's developing players because they're staying for the most part. You have some that enter the transfer portal, but you got kids that are sticking around, and he's got 2 guys that are playing tremendous golf, and I pray they get back to the Omni and we can root them on a national championship.
Nick Nays, the director of golf at the San Diego Golf Club. He's with us on these Sports Animal.
Nick, how would you describe the way college golf filters into professional golf and kind of the journey some of these guys have to take once they're done playing in college?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's, I think the mental grind, obviously in college golf, they're playing 36 typically the first day. So you get into kind of a nutrition, what works for them, what practice routine, what warm-up routine, being on the road. When you get into the professional circuit, there's a lot of times you're not even in an airplane. You're in a car, you're in a hotel, you're in an Airbnb. So although in college they get to probably fly, I would assume, especially at the University of Mexico, they kind of get a feel for how you have to go about your business to prepare for an event, practice rounds, where you can gain strokes, where you can miss it, where you want to attack on a golf course, and the game plan that they put together. Because, it's tough in the professional game. You got to play 4 straight days. And so how you go about your business day to day and stay locked in and stay committed to the task at hand and try and execute one shot at a time. I think college golf prepares them for that because it is such a mental grind.
Hey, I wanted to ask you before we get into the tip. I know we talked a lot about the live thing last week. Bryson DeChambeau was interesting this week. We talked about, how do I get back? I don't know if I can get back on tour. I'm just going to focus on my YouTube channel. And I'm like, whoa. And part of me is like, okay, it's on brand. It's so new age. It's so Bryson. But then there's part of me that says, gosh, don't these guys want to be the best ever? Like, don't you want to have a legacy? Don't you want to compete? And I don't even know what's on his YouTube channel. Like I'm not his guy for that, right? But just your thoughts of when you look at each one of these guys. John Rahm said, yeah, there's probably no way out of my contract. You got Reed and Koepka on their way back. What Bryson said, and just, I'm going to grow my YouTube channel.
You talk about a gamble, right? I don't know that you want to put the PGA Tour in an ultimatum when they are the ones that I've said the most, they'll have the most leverage. That's a gamble and a half. And what's interesting with that statement is Liv actually is the owner of his YouTube channel. So if that does dissolve, what happens to the YouTube channel? So interesting predicament. I think it's a gamble. And I think you're right. At the end of the day, those guys and those players, money aside, they make enough money as it is. I would just love one paycheck from an event, not an entire season. So I don't want to be greedy, but they make enough money at the end of the day. You look at what Scotty's doing, and he's, 3 second-place finishes in a row. He wants to compete against the best guys in the world and prove that he is truly the world number one. And that's what they chase, is the competitive nature, the competitive spirit. I don't think they chase the money unless you went to live and you just got a payday, which is fine. I think what Graham McDowell said was spot on, that he regrets saying it was to grow the game. It was purely to help his family and his bank account.
And I'm okay with that.
And a gamble that, yeah, and I am too. And I think, like I said, if you own that, I'm fine with that. But to say you grow the game is not truly growing the game. There's actions that have to happen to grow the game, and that's what PGA of America professionals do, in my opinion. But to say, I'm just going to focus on my YouTube channel that's owned by Liv, but if that dissolves, what position does that put you in? And I don't think putting, like I said, the PGA Tour in an ultimatum to say, yes, take me back, or no, I'm just going to do my own thing, I don't think is probably the best move for his golf career. And we'll see how that plays out because, again, the ownership of that YouTube channel potentially is on its way out.
I didn't know that they owned the channel. That puts a whole other swing on it for me. All right, Nick Nees with us. He is the director of golf at the San Diego Golf Club. If you are looking for PGA instruction to help your game, you can't fix that slice, you can't figure out why the ball is going the wrong way, whatever it is, they will help you out there. And Nick gives you a golf tip every Friday here on the Sports Animal. What do we have today?
Yeah, we're going to master the low point today, and we got a really good drill for you for doing it. All you need is potentially a quarter of some masking tape. You can use an alignment rod. You're going to stick that device, whatever you have, about a fifth length behind the ball. We're just going to work on a chipping motion. You can pair this with the first week that we did a towel across our chest to work on core rotation. And really, as we start to incorporate the golf ball, and we really want to focus on the low point, which is the contact point that we make with a golf ball, this drill will help you. And all you're going to do is start with some hip-high to hip-high swings, really soft. You don't even have to have a yardage target or anything. You can simply do it on the practice tier, so you take out anxiety of where the ball wants to end up and just focus on the impact of the ball. And if you hit that behind it, that tells you, again, fairly steep at it. Really what we want to do is we want to miss just over that alignment stick, quarter, or masking tape, clip the ball, and it'll help impact in a much cleaner fashion. And as we build it up, and you can certainly, the progression of this drill, you can build that into a full swing, and what you'll see is you'll hit more consistent golf shots. You'll probably end up hitting it a little bit further, but we're going to start with a short swing. We do it a lot at our junior camps, and although I don't gamble, if they hit 5 in a row, they get the quarter that's behind the ball. So I've lost a lot of quarters in my day.
Yeah, I got to go to the bank and load up. And it eliminates those, I hit it fat, I hit it thin. I mean, that's what that is. It's amazing that it goes further when you hit it where you're supposed to hit it on the sweet spot. That's what this will help.
1,000%.
All right, what's going on at your place?
Yeah, again, come on out. Grill menu's rocking and rolling. Staff is in a great spot. Golf course is shaping up with that beautiful rain, as you mentioned. Best available rates at sandiegolf.com. We're about to kick off our junior league here on the 13th. Junior camps are soon to follow. And then May 17th, we do start our Cubs session. Again, you can sign up the Wednesday prior. And then also here on property, San Diego Resort and Casino, as well as San Diego Golf Club, celebrating 150 days celebration starting May 15th to October 11th. Come out and see everything that we have on the campus here. It's going to be a wonderful season and a wonderful celebration that we have coming for 150 days of summer, and we look forward to it. But also, quick shout out, if I could, we got a lot of our kiddos that are heading off next week to compete in the state championship that have progressed through here. We say they graduated, but we got a lot of kids that are 8th graders, freshmen, and sophomores as our first wave that make their way through the high school rank. Thomas Witten, a ton of players that are going to compete. And like we mentioned about Jake, we root those guys on in the junior ranks wherever they're at. So
how about Nixon Nee? How about Nixon Nee? I mean, he's having a season. Your boy's playing really, really well, and that I had that written down because that's how we were going to end this. You got to be proud of the way your boy's.
I am. He's battling. He's learning as he goes, and we'll see what he can do because there's good players down south that will compete against the back and right. Right. I was really well because it's going to be really fun watching. That really season. We'll see if we can follow next week. But at the end of the day, as I mentioned, many of our families, what I look for as a coach, I look for is someone that has to be a role of these careers when they come up now playing high school golf. As long as the kid that comes to see it, the top
you be dead on so many levels. I'm out to find a walk at golf course next week. And I always appreciate you. And golf.com is where you can find all the books with you. It's the point that way. Is nickname I think is well gone. There's a real opportunity to win the state championship. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
This is Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks. Burrito Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
I'm Jason Garcia, local Albuquerque native, Sandia High School grad, and UNM economics grad in 2004. I'm the CEO and founder of the Ascent Academy. We are a leadership academy based out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. We work with young student athletes, sophomores, juniors, and seniors on your leadership capabilities and growth. Do you want to be a captain of your high school varsity team? Are you looking to get into college or even work in a trade or profession after high school, but you want to get into leadership? That's exactly what the Ascent Academy does. We work on student athletes to help you improve your leadership game.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505.
Good day, gentlemen. You know what? You just spurred a new idea. Maybe with my properties, I'll cut a deal with UNM and say, hey, you wash my back, I'll wash yours, and I'll put some of your athletes up.
And then everybody has clean backs.
a proposed cash flow cause. So that's interesting. Yeah, I love that Grady comes on and has all that data on the Village athletes. Those kids train hard and they're committed, and it's nice to hear, how your show permeates different communities. And the Village has, they build their own dynasties out there. So I'm proud of what they do. A nice reference to a young man from a few years ago, Malik, who was a state champion in many regards. I was watching inside I don't know if it's inside the NBA anymore, whatever they call it, but the crew. And they brought Draymond Green in. And let me preface this by saying Draymond's played a critical role in 4 championships. I think he's won 1 Defensive Player of the Year in 2016 and has been All-NBA Defensive Player 9 times, a mixture of first and second team. And just, a tremendous career for a guy that's 6'7" that defends the posts. No shame in his game. He took a shot at Charles Barkley, and Barkley and the crew, that's all they do is stand up there and clown around. And I think it's one of the most entertaining shows in television,
no doubt,
what they do. But, Jeff, in our era, I was a Dr. J fan, my favorite player ever. And he didn't win a championship until they brought a 3-time MVP, Moses Malone, from what then the Maloofs owned the Houston Rockets. And Malone asked for $2 million a year, and they said, we're trading you to Philly. And they won the championship the next year. So there's always been moves. But Dr. J, when he would get beat by Sidney Moncrief and those great Bucks teams, or he would lose to Larry Bird, he wasn't disparaged. He was still considered probably the best player in the NBA for some short duration. We've grown into a culture where you're only as good as your last data point, right? And if you lose, like LeBron's going to lose this series, they're going to get smoked. By the way, Vegas doesn't miss, man. 18-point spread. One game was 17, one was an 18-point spread. They just don't miss. But you're only as good as your last data point, and they just can't continue to take shots, and there's no reverence for the past. On his best day ever, Draymond Green is fractionally as good as Charles Barkley. It's just where you land. Right?
So what did he say?
What
did he say? I guess I missed this. What was said?
So Barkley, let me frame it for you. Let me contextualize it. They were talking, and Barkley was talking about it's a young man's game, and people don't win at 37, 38 years old. I'm paraphrasing here. And Draymond Green says, well, the goal is to not look like you did in a Houston Rockets uniform.
Oh, damn.
And it just went silent on the set. And it was just a cheap shot. And it just proves the point that not everybody deserves to have a mic in front of them. And again, I'm not disparaging Draymond Green. I think he's had a tremendous career, and I think he's very similar to Rodman, right, back in the day. But it's not only Draymond Green, it's fans and people on social media. They just completely disparage people. Jeff, in our era, Montana is amazing and just phenomenal. I always say, land Dan Marino or Dan Fouts on those, or Elway with those teams. And you can say that about a lot of people, right?
That's absolutely.
Some of our best players ever, your favorite player ever, Ken Griffey Jr., never even played in a World Series, and he's a top 5 player all time, right?
Yeah.
Rod Carew, you can go down the list. Tony Gwynn never won a World Series.
Tony Gwynn never did.
And and so one of my favorite players ever, other than Carl Yastrzemski, Ted Williams, never won a World Series.
Yeah.
And so this disparaging that people do of people, well, you never won a title. Well, hell, you might have been the 4th best player on a title team, right? It just depends where you land. And I just thought it was cheap and low grade for Draymond to attack Barkley. Now, Barkley kind of has to own what he does too, right? Because they clown a lot of people. But Barkley is a top 25 player all time, and you could make an argument that for some short duration, he was probably the 2nd best player in the league. So anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you, but you should watch the live video of that, and it's very uncomfortable. And people came out, and it was a hot topic on social media for, about a day or so. Yeah. Anyway, gentlemen, have a beautiful weekend. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing.
Later. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw what came from it over the last few days with
totally missed
the comparison of who Barkley was at the end of his career versus who Draymond Green is right now. And Barkley was not a bad player by any stretch in his final years in Houston.
My feel is they're absolutely grooming Draymond for a spot on that set. No?
Yeah, and he's doing what that's him, but also that's the business. That's what's been created.
Meaning,
who's on TV?
Yeah, take your shots and
who's
eat your
hosting.
shot.
And I'm not one of those guys who hosts national sports talk radio shows.
Well,
it's
hot
whether you
take
believe
guy.
it or not.
Yeah,
this is what you do because it gets reaction.
Yeah, it's hot take guy. 100%. And you and I have had this conversation so many times over the years. I mean, how do you do radio? Is that the right way to do radio? It's not my way to do it, right? I've never been just hot take guys scream stuff out there that I don't believe just because you got to have a hot take and get the phones ringing. I'm going to tell you what I think, and I think I'm going to make you think a little bit differently, or at least I'm going to try to make you think a little different. But I'm not just going to throw crap out there just to throw crap out there. I don't know that I think that's what they do. But no, I've got to go see that. I don't know. All right, this is a Seth Davis tweet. Let me go find this for real. Somebody just sent it to us on the text line. Do you follow Seth Davis on the X?
Yes.
All right. So I guess he just tweeted.
Go to Matt Norlander.
So it was Matt Norlander who did it. All right. So 10 cities, he says, I'm expecting the NCAA to look into for the opening round site. First, I got excited because it was on the top, and then I realized it's an alphabetical list. So this is that first for the Dayton site, right? Dayton's got one. There's going to be another site, and we've had tons of conversation about this. He lists 10 cities: Albuquerque, Dallas, Fort Worth, Des Moines, Denver, Kansas City, Las Vegas, Omaha, Phoenix, Kansas, Salt Lake City, and Wichita. And then he said, I think the Pit in Albuquerque would be a great spot to start. Hasn't hosted an NCAA tournament game since 2012. He also said on the NCAA media call, Dave Gavitt, the NCAA senior vice president, says the bid process for the second opening round site will begin as early as next week. Maybe that's why Ryan Berriman's so busy. He expects to have bids in for evaluation in June and then have a decision on the second opening round site for 2027 and 2028 in the summer. Well, and then they're obviously at work, right? Obviously, then that's what they got to be doing. That's interesting because Matt Norlander, Seth Davis are pretty good on that.